Right, this is day 6 of growing a. It's not yellow. I think this is day 6. We're trying to grow a brand new faceless YouTube channel until we are able to utilize that channel's revenue or potential exit on the channel to have the cash and buy a Lamborghini Huracan Spider. This is the specific one. It's super close to me. I don't know why it says it only has 24,000 kilometers on it. So this Huracan Spider is like the perfect spec. Before we go into all this nitty gritty stupid YouTube bullshit, because honestly, I just want cash. I just want to drive a Huracan. Look at this beauty. It's a convertible, so that the rooftop goes down. That's what the Spider is for. And I went to the dealership a few months back. It has a custom exhaust, and it sounds louder than usual. It's blacked out. It's literally Batmobile. Okay, it's so new as well. Although it's almost a decade old, it only has 24,000 kilometers on it. So this shit has never been driven before, basically. Accident free, BC local. Shit's next to me. I'm literally in Vancouver, so this shit is super, super close to me. And so my thought process, let me show you the results. Results has been absolutely bullshit, by the way, since the last month. October has just been terrible. I'll show you. I'll really not hide anything at all except for the actual videos. You can see we went from $2,000 to 8.5 grand, and then we just literally ended October. Today's the 31st at the time of recording. It got to $2,000 in October. So meaning we literally went back to square one, quite literally. My baseline of what I'm paying to my employees is still the same. It's about $3,000. So I'm down $1,000. I am down $1,000 right now. Let's do the math. If I paid $3,000 in the first month, I made $4. $3,000 the second month, I made $2,000. $3,000 the third month, I got back a lot of money, and then now I'm down another $1,000. So we're basically not up any money, or rarely up any money. But when we do potentially exit on this channel, I have guys I know who've literally exited their channel only 3 months in, literally at the exact same position as my current channel. They've grown it for 3 months, built it to $7,000 per month. I've even grown a little bit more, and they exited it for multiple 5 figures. It's low 5 figures, but it's multiple low 5 figures. And so in 3 months, if they can exit it, cash collect, boom, profit $20,000 to $30,000. If we just sustain 10K months, 8 to 10K months for about 5 to 6 months, we can exit at 100K probably. And then from there, what is that in Canadian dollars? Because I'm in Canadian. 130, 140 grand. What is that? That's not even close to actually getting the Lamborghini. So I'd probably have to wait until this channel does 10 grand per month for at least a year. So 10 grand a month for a year. What's that? 120K, and then I sell it for another 120K. What is that? 240K. Close enough. Boom, Lamborghini. Okay. I currently with YouTube Automation, drive a Corvette, which is okay, but I've had it for a year now, and the car itself is slow as shit. So I want to show you the progress of what we've done and why we've actually flopped. I've analyzed the numbers, and there's something called standard deviation when it comes to all businesses. And if you're an absolute dickhead and you don't know what standard deviation means, I'm going to teach you a very important lesson, which I personally learned by paying tens of thousands of dollars to my entire completely different mentor that has made $1 million months. Okay. Absolute wizard when it comes to business in general. But he taught me, if you roll a dice, let me change the screen. Okay. So it's like, if you roll a dice 5 times, the odds could be that it gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could also hit you 6 5 times. It could also hit you with the 1 5 times, right? Just because you roll the dice 5 times does not mean you're going to get a completely random sequence. You can get the same number 5 times in a row. The next day you do it, you can get a completely different number all in a row again. So standard deviation is basically just the deviation and changes between the same exact thing done. Does that make sense? And so whenever you post video content onto YouTube Automation, you can still have very similar cases. I'm so sick. Very similar structure of the video content, very, very similar voiceover, very, very similar retention, even CTR. The metrics could be fucking the same. Let me make this bigger. The metrics can be the fucking same. I'm talking like if the CTR is literally better or the same, 9% CTRs, 10% CTR the first 24 hours, it will still flop. That's just how the game of YouTube works. So that's one thing I've understood and realized within business. But also, there's something that is so important, I don't think anyone realizes, is that volume is genuinely the most important thing. And this month, we completely negated volume at all costs. We posted 7 videos or 6 videos rather than the average 14 to 15 videos we post every single month. I believe in September we did 12, which is very standard, once every 2 to 3 days. I'll show you this actually. Okay, so you can see we have one scheduled right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we actually posted 5 in the last 2 weeks, which is pretty decent. But then 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we posted 8 videos. Yeah, 8 videos posted in a single month, which is okay. But we posted a little bit more, and you can see actually in September, we literally had viral, 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 and then we didn't post for a week. Look at that, September 28th to October 6th. After a week of not posting, we were trying to find the best fucking footage for this channel to guarantee virality. Boom! 488 views. 38 views. And then after that, we were like, shit. Posted 3 days after, 40,000 views. Boom! Nothing crazy. You know, in this niche, like if you get 40,000 views, RPM $5, you break even. Well, I overpay for my team because I'm such a G, and G stands for handsome. So I overpay. But then we got another flop. Then we got a pretty decent video, another pretty decent video, another sort of flop. Hopefully this video doesn't do good. Hopefully this video does good. But I think I've analyzed, I blurred it out because I don't want you guys to find this channel. But the title for the recent video that we're about to post later today, I think it's a little bit too long. And what I found specifically within this niche is that the shorter the title is, the more straight to the point it is, the higher the CTR is. I found actually, because I'm going to show you this, this is actually so interesting. The majority of our audiences are grandpas and grandmas in wheelchairs. They're probably 60 years old, and they probably got a few years left on this planet. Just saying the truth. But you can see our highest viewed audience is 65 plus year olds, right? And then the second highest is what, 55 years old? So if more than 50% of our people watching our videos are absolute wrinkled ass, disabled, paralyzed people, they're probably not going to be able to decipher crazy ass words, titles, buzzwords, the new generation content with like, I don't know what, 6, 7, but you know what I'm talking about. These crazy words that only the younger generation kind of uses. So the simpler you make it, the higher perceived likelihood that my viewers are going to understand the titles under meaning and then actually click on the video. That's one important factor. And you can literally see we don't have a single third world country in sight for our top viewership, which results in a pretty good CTR. 77% US, 5% Canada. And so because this is so interesting, I understand that when people resonate and they feel super, super related to something, the chances of them clicking on it drastically increases. And because 3/4 of my entire channel's viewership is literally from the States, we only gather footage that is in the States. The closer we can get the crime footage as the same area as them, the higher perceived likelihood the actual viewer's gonna click on it. Let me ask you this question, okay? Imagine you live in Vancouver, exact same area as me, and imagine you go into YouTube, just browsing there, boom, and then what you see is crazy boyfriend in Vancouver paralyzes girlfriend for life. What are you gonna do? Not click on that? You're gonna so click on that. Let me give you another case. Let me think. What was one of my best videos? Crazy Karen left her kids in the hot car for hours in Vancouver. What's a very, very popular place in Vancouver? maybe Science World, or maybe the White Rock Pier. Let's just say the White Rock Pier. You guys probably have no fucking clue where that is, but let's just say White Rock Pier, crazy ex-husband commits. Okay, I shouldn't say these words. This video alone, fuck, I don't care. Crazy ex-husband commits homicide or suicide by jumping off White Rock Pier. If you live in White Rock, I guarantee you there's nothing that is going to be preventing you from clicking that video. You get my point. So when we try to find the cases that are so close to our viewership, bro, the CTR just rockets to the roof faster than SpaceX. It breaks the atmosphere of the algorithm and the YouTube gods. Who owns YouTube? CEO of YouTube, Susan Bajinski. Susan Bajinski is going to be literally super absolutely turned on by my channel, gives me all the CTR, gives me all the views, gives me all the dollars. Before you know it, I'm gonna buy 6 Lamborghini Aventadors. That is the method, okay? So obviously, we're in a rut right now. However, one thing I've learned, and I'll tell you this, and that one thing is whenever you're going through hardship, you're just pushing back the slingshot to absolute launching greatness. We just posted this video 3 minutes ago now, which is literally that October 31st video. Already got 4 views. It's actually really terrible. One of my best videos, I remember in 30 minutes, it got like 8,000 views. So this is not good, but we will see how it performs. We'll make some adjustments accordingly. You can see estimated revenue in the last 28 days, dog crap, 15,000 subscribers. We'll be back more than ever, and I'm gonna go ahead and yell, sit, poop, and shit on my freelancer team. I'll see you guys in my next update.